All right, it's us, Dr. John Price. He looks frozen in time, which is really funny.
No. What's up, everybody? How are you?
Randall and I were just talking about that freeze frame joke at the end of Police Squad, so that's very timely
Nice.
for us.
Nice. I like it.
Uh,
Chucky Gilbert's here. Hello, Chuck. How are you?
Chuck's a good guy, but
Chucky's a good guy.
obviously we talk about Star Trek here, you and me,
We do.
but
We
I'm
do.
wearing alien shit.
You are.
So can I tell you a cool little this is a Larry story, but the fact that
You
it
can.
starts out as a diversion makes it a
Okay.
little more charming than my usual babble.
Sure.
There's a guy I don't really know on the internet named Todd Gross, but we've been hanging out in the same places forever. We've been Facebook friends for 20 years, right? And but a couple of years ago, I put out one of my things like, "Hey, if you want a Christmas card from Larry and his dopey family, just give me your address.
Nice.
Happy holidays. You're on that list."
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he goes, "Hey, like, I'm just the guy who is on the internet, and I was really charmed by that. So yeah, if you put me on the
Nice.
list, put me on the list." And I'm like,
Nice.
I love that guy, but we don't have
Great
any
guy.
further interaction, right? It's just like I see him on the internet, he gives me a like or something. I see something of his, and it's like, oh, nice one, Todd. And that's it. But every once in a while, something cool happens. And so today, just as a goof, I went, "Hey, which uniform should I wear? I'm the guy that has 13 Star Trek shirts." And he
Yeah.
goes, "Hey, do that alien space trucker thing," like as a goof,
Okay.
because all my friends are funny. And I went, "Fuck yeah, Todd Gross." So here you go. Early Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hey,
Oh,
there he is.
man. Christmas is the best.
Hey, it's
I
me,
wish it was
Todd.
Christmas
Thanks,
all the
man. That
time.
was funny. I like that. It was cool. All right.
Christmas is great.
Sorry, man. So you're the warden. The warden at for what? Peacekeeper? Just in general? That's your
No,
rest.
isn't that what they called the isn't that what they called
Oh,
Winona Earp?
yes. Captain Letterkenny.
Yeah.
She's the warden. She's the one that was destined to stand over true
Be a
evil for
statue.
all time. Man, if you really want to just drop us both into it, like down behind enemy lines, I'll start because the second you have one of your main characters go, "Hey, I don't know, sometimes just magic just be like that," in a fucking Star Trek episode, you've lost me.
Yeah.
You've lost me forever. And I realized I needed a new metaphor, so I was walking around today, like, well, how do I feel about Star Trek? And it's just new Coke, man. It's
It's just new Coke.
Yeah, nobody asked for it. It's not as good as the
Yeah.
first stuff. You
Yeah.
you try to correct and you can't do it, and then whatever is left is a pale imitation of what was before. So
It just
who,
doesn't have that
who
cocaine
cares?
in it, you know?
It's taken 60 years, but I think that's happened to Star Trek. There's
It,
absolutely no way to save it because everybody who has an idea to save it is probably true for the Star Trek fans, of which there are not a lot, right? And so there's no way the audience is just. I was watching this one, right, and I just that I love the original, and there's just something about the stylistic design and tone of the old show where it's charming that when they reuse pieces of furniture, or that's completely the red rock planet from last week, except it's the purple rock planet now. You know
right.
what I mean? There's just something charming about the story we're telling is not getting in the way that this doesn't look like reality.
Right.
Like, just Star Trek is a heightened reality sort of adventure thing anyway, right? So,
Yeah.
all right, I know I'm losing you,
No,
but
no, you're not
but
losing me. I'm trying to
this
I'm trying to collect my thoughts here
the
because I
second part
haven't
of
I haven't
this
seen it in a long time. It's been a week, 2 weeks, whatever.
the second part of this babble I was on, though, is that this one has the opposite problem. There is no design through line in any of these shows because they've really taken hey, it's Strange New Life and New Civilization, but it's all like wow, this is the best pinball back glass art I've ever seen. Right? It's like, oh, look, there's floating triangular pyramid shapes in the sky. And let's beam down to this 40-foot place where we can show those projected in the background and have like sort of 10-foot things look like towers in front of it and give you like a design sense. That's great, but like it looks like a Yes album and not Star Trek.
I thought it was a cool planet. I thought like just irrespective of everything else, I thought it was a cool planet. I didn't understand anything that was going on,
Well, you didn't have to. It
but
was
it was a
magic.
cool planet. You know. I think where do we even start?
Right?
Where do we start?
Where do we even start? Can we
So
thank Alan? Let's thank Alan McElroy. He dropped us a
Yes.
note last week, and I know I didn't. We didn't talk about this, but you must have been as thrilled as I am. I'm like, I love Alan. He's cool, and we go back a ways. He was like one of the guys that was gonna adapt Astronauts in Trouble. Took a poke at it, and so it's always fun to hear from him. But for him to like get in the gutter with you and me in public like that, I really appreciated that, and I know you do too. It was cool.
Yeah, he's and I'm not just saying this like we always try to, well, anyway, I try to kind of take note of the writers and directors, and the Alan McElroy episodes always are a little bit different.
Yeah.
They're always a little tighter, or the dialogue's a little better, and I mean, I know he's not writing every single word, and I know there's the director and the actor and all that stuff, but I hope it's not just confirmation bias on my part, but it always seems like, even like he wrote a couple Discovery episodes, and those were like, just in terms of like writing, some of the better written episodes.
Absolutely. Those are the best Discovery episodes.
Yeah.
And we were on record at the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The thing about Alan stuff is he's one of us, man. Like,
yeah,
he played Star Trek on the Recess thing with his other buddies who like Star Trek and Pew Pew Romulans, and you know what I mean? So he gets it at a level that someone who's approaching it intellectually just will never understand.
And I'm pretty sure he wrote the evil people planet episode. I think he did. Hold on.
Evil people one, the one where they kill the kid because he's the computer mind of the whole place. That one.
He wrote written by What is Starfleet? So he wrote the documentary one. He wrote Terrarium. Yeah, so he has credit for Terrarium, which is the Enemy Mine.
One. Right.
That's the Enemy Mine episode, and he co-wrote What is Starfleet, which is the documentary one. So I'm wrong. It wasn't that one, but yeah.
The thing that bugged me about this latest one, you said something at the time, because it's not like the old days. You have demands in your time.
I know.
And
I'm sorry.
No, I mean,
it's my fault. I apologize.
They're like, I know Tiffany Jean is crying herself to sleep that the old drunk John Price from, he's just not around anymore, because
it was a glorious time.
He's legit, but anyway.
Believe me, I would much rather be staying up after the episode drunk and ranting. Believe me, I would much rather be doing that than going to sleep early. Yeah,
it's the Hadron Collider, man. Like, something happened, and now you're legit, but
we a real person.
It makes us appreciate when you talk now. But you had said earlier online, because you don't have time to be in the mud with me and Alan McElroy. That I don't know. I forgot you said some crazy thing that I was like, oh yeah, no, John's absolutely right about it. One of the things was that they could have left that's series end and it was fine. But that made me think.
Yeah,
that made me think. Oh my god, that means a Star Trek episode went out like a really bad Ally McBeal episode, because I mean, they're sitting there playing the guitar and he's gazing into the fireplace and doing a voiceover, and it was literally, I wanted to see the 3D dancing baby come out and Mrs. Harrison Ford like being weepy about something. But instead they cut to, well, it lets everybody get on the bridge, and they cut to Captain Pike being weepy. Like, are you kidding me? Right? It's like, dude, snap out of it. You're the captain of the Enterprise.
It's very odd. It's a weird character choice they've made
It
to
really
make
is.
him like this like emo guy.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
And I did not like the whole, hey, the Inner Light was well received by fans. Let's just do that. Because if anybody really belly aches, like that Larry Young guy is probably going to say something. And we'll just tell him, hey, it's a Wonderful Life. It's Christmas
Yeah.
Carol. And
Yeah.
that's what the whole fireplace represents, you numbnut. And I'll go, all right. But the thing is that Star Trek already addressed that trope.
Yeah.
And so that's my criticism, not that you used that trope, but that it's already been addressed and done in a spectacular way. You have to at least be as good as that episode, and this one was not. That's all.
Yeah, it's a weird it was such a weird. I'm trying to remember the finale because it's such a weirdly disjointed episode, I think. But yeah, no, I definitely thought that that would be a great series finale.
It,
And
it would be
then
appropriate.
it would be appropriate, yeah. Um,
Hey, let's, I don't know, go out there. Is this a let's hit it moment? I
yeah.
don't know. Fucking Erica, what do
Second
you
star to
think?
the right. I
He's
don't
like,
know.
I'm the pilot, man. Let me pilot. He's like, all
Yeah,
right, I don't give a fuck. Do what you want. That's literally the tone of the last scene.
yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I
Pretty
couldn't believe
crazy.
it. Anyway,
I hate the fact. I mean, I hate the fact that Kirk is in every episode.
I
I
know,
hate
I
it.
don't even know what that's about. Why?
Like,
Stop it. No one cares.
just stop. And even in story, it doesn't really make sense because he's not the captain of the other ship. He's just a guy on the other ship, right?
Yeah, I
Because
guess that
he has a
explains
Vulcan
why he
captain,
hangs out on the Enterprise all the goddamn
right? And
time.
it's
Like, what the
like
fuck?
if we need help from the Farragut, we're not going to call Kirk. We're going to call the captain of the Farragut, who's this other person.
They did sort of address that. Pike has a line where he says, well, what's your captain think? He's like,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
well, she just considers the Enterprise saved her life, so I can do what I want because I'm somehow related to the Enterprise. All
and then
right.
Spock and Kirk are like, one day we'll be best friends.
Oh, that, just as a fan, can I just jump in really fast with my laser bit of outrage? That
Oh
one
boy.
scene where they decide to do the Vulcan mind meld,
Oh yeah, fuck
and
that.
he's like, well, I don't really appreciate getting close to people. I'm a very standoffish guy just in my regular life. So fuck this mind meld thing. You imagine how I feel about that. But hey, pal, call me Jim. And
Yeah,
it's so like shining that light on, oh, this is why Spock gets to call him Jim, because one of their
right.
early adventures together was that they mind melded. And hey, that in joke about that thing at that time on that planet, that was probably
This
sex.
totally explains why they're
Uh,
best friends. It's like,
yeah,
no,
it's so,
no,
I
you people
forget.
are dumb.
I read something in the Atlantic or the New Yorker, one of those fucking hoity-toity things people send me. But this one was good. Uh, it was about superhero movies are just too literal, and then they expanded it to like most blockbuster movies.
Yeah,
Like now, the expectation is from the audience that everybody spells everything out, and I
yeah.
was like, I don't really see that in movies that much. But now that you pointed out, I wouldn't argue. But man, do I see that on TV.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's
Very literal.
insane. So
Yeah,
it's the article used the jumping off point that the Netflix email that was leaked that was like, hey, all our audience is in the kitchen making pasta, so make sure that when your guy pulls a gun and shoots, goes, have somebody go, oh, eek, a gun,
right,
so the
right.
guys in the kitchen know what's up. And I think that was the start of it. That was the predicate of this
Yes,
article
yeah,
anyway. That
yeah.
but man, it took over. Like,
And it's so bad.
it's so bad.
It's so bad. What was the show? There was some show that. Oh man, now I can't even remember. Shows just fly. They just fly by.
Fucking joke,
Um,
hilarious. Captain Pike. I
but
don't think he's sad. His hair product's dripping in his eyes.
there you go. Yeah. His ridiculous hair is just like becoming,
I don't even understand the point of that one.
you know.
Like, okay,
So okay, all right.
right. That's a
I
story.
actually so let's start with positives, right? Positives. I really like the the first episode. This is essentially the second part of a two-parter, right? So the first part is midway through the season, they go to this planet and it's like a prison for all these evil entities, right? Whatever, right? I hate the ending of that episode, but I love the fact that it's something new.
Right,
So
right.
that's awesome, right? And I love it, right? The ending is terrible. It's a terrible ending. It's a very non-Star Trek ending, but that's okay, right?
We're used
And
to that
then
by now.
yeah, right. That's, I mean, hey, if we're batting 500, that's close
Yeah,
enough, right?
yeah.
And then this episode is essentially the second half of that episode where they go and all the repercussions fall out, right? I had no idea what was going on because they haven't explained any of this. Like we're talking about, I don't mean like literal explaining. I mean like, who are these villains?
Right.
Who are these aliens we're going to walk amongst? What is this cool planet that we're going to? Like they don't explain any of that.
Right,
They're like
right.
oh yeah, they're like, ironically, they're like, hey, the audience totally remembers this alien planet from 7 weeks ago, right? Like, no, I don't. You didn't explain any of this. You didn't go through any of this, right? Like I don't
Oh,
remember any of this. Also, you don't interact with any of the fucking people on the planet to give us any of this context. So that was weird. And then I hate the fact that they're using the poor nurse who just wanted to be on the Enterprise. Like, of all fucking people, like, why did it have to be him? Like, why? Why?
well, it's that
I
whole
hate the fact that they killed him.
it's
You
that Game
know,
of Thrones thing, man.
Ugh,
Like we'll make you love this character and then we
bullshit.
take him away because
It's
life just
bullshit.
sometimes be like that. And it's
Yeah, because that's a Star Trek message.
I'm with you. It's like,
Yeah.
what about that is Star Trek?
Star
No,
Trek ending to that first episode would have been she pulls out her gun, somebody stops her from shooting him, and goes, "Oh, I have the solution." And they get the demon out of his body, and he has to rehab or something, whatever, right? I don't care, but they don't kill him anyway. And
I
so
if
then
you
there's this
introduce
whole
that guy though, make him part of the solution at the end, right?
right, exactly.
He's
It's
the
like,
one
oh,
that
he
pushes her into the beam of saving us energy or something.
right,
Right? Like,
exactly,
you can't make
exactly,
the sacrifice, but I'll make it for you. And then everybody's
right,
like, wow, super cool guy is a
right,
fucking murderer, kind of.
right.
And then that's a cool guy who's
Bullshit,
got, but they don't, no one's looking forward in the show because
bullshit.
they're all worried about, oh, we only have this much time left on our contracts and we don't want to
So
add
that's
anything in
another
that
issue.
they can make toys out of because I won't see a slice of that thing that's my idea. So fuck you, Star Trek.
So
I don't
yeah.
understand. Why are you taking the job, man?
So that's another issue. I really liked a lot of these episodes individually, like just as episodes. But the season doesn't make any sense.
Can I just
Like
say, Todd's crushing it. This one's really good.
there's found its father's
I don't
face.
mean to pull you off of it. I don't want that to go away
No,
without
that's a good point. That's a really
without
good
calling
point.
it.
There's no substance.
That's a nice one, pal. They
Yeah.
forgot their father's face. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, go ahead, man. I'll launch you back up. Pretend I'm in a Daisy Dukes shorts, kind of a little halter top thing, and there's red, yellow, green. Okay, go.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Maybe
picture
not
you Daisy
me.
Dukes.
Maybe like
Uh,
Elizabeth
someone
Hurley.
else.
How
Someone
about
else.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Winona Earp. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah. But like so I like a lot of the episodes individually as episodes, right? But we've said this the whole season, it feels like every episode is a filler episode,
Yeah.
which is perfectly fine, or like a character episode, right? Which is perfectly fine in TNG with 24 episodes. It's not okay in a streaming service where you have 10 episodes and for better or for worse you need an overarching story, and they tried to make the overarching story half Gorn and then half these weird evil guys.
Hmm.
so the first half was about the Gorn, and the second half was about the Weird Evil guys. Except the Weird Evil guys, it was only 2 episodes, and it just happens to be the final episode, and none of it makes sense, right? There, and she's
Well,
like, "Oh yeah," she's like, "Oh yeah, maybe all those other adventures we had during the season helped create me into this magical being," and it's like, no, no, where was that? Where was that, man? You have to put some
so
clues. You have to
that's
put some clues in there.
that's what that's I was literally going to say. They even stole that because and the people who boned it, they stole it from them and did worse instead of did it better. It's what happened with Agents of Shield and how they tried to build Deathlock and reveal the big Hydra thing, and people, it was too confusing, and people, you see it in retrospect and you're like, okay, that's actually kind of cool. But this, it's like they're like, well, we don't have the rights to do some of this or something. Like James Bond, they couldn't say Spectre for the longest time.
Right.
So
Oh yeah.
all the Daniel Craig ones, it's all like John Price's evil genius, and then when
Right.
they finally litigate it and get the right to use it, they're like, fuck yeah, we're gonna do this giant movie called Spectre, and now all that shit that didn't really seem to make sense, that was all just Spectre under a different name, and now we're awesome. Okay, that's totally what they were trying to do. Like,
Yeah.
but they did it in like 4 sentences, which is
Right.
insane, right?
Right.
You're like, okay, wait, everybody, you've been seeing all this cool shit, but good and evil is a concept that's like almost universal in the galaxy, and these people made this to fight evil, and all these people, I guess, just coalesced in this one big Voltron being, and it's bad news, but we needed a half Gorn, half human for this, and it's her, and sorry, Pike. Go
And like,
cry.
why?
So
Like,
there
they
is a
don't.
through line. You can see it,
Right.
but like, you don't make everybody work so hard, right?
Right. Yeah. The irony is, like Chris is saying, like, there's not enough backstory in this
Right.
in this season.
Well, no
Right. There's not enough
world building.
context in the season.
Right. There's no world building. They like just go,
Right.
here's our plot, and we just assume you care about the characters because look, it's the first
Right.
3 guys on the list, right?
Yeah.
And it's
But
like, you guys
also
don't
the
get it.
like, but the episodes are so disjointed. Like, you have the fucking the retro episode. What was the point of that episode?
I think they were just trying to, like,
Okay.
say,
The
we have
the
to do a holodeck episode, and this one's ours.
fine. And
Somebody
then,
figure
okay,
out a
we
way to
have
make holodecks in our continuity,
then we
right?
have the
It's the
documentary
cart
episode. What
leading
was
the
what
horse.
was the point of the documentary episode?
Well, I know what that was. That's just mission statement time, right?
I mean, I know what it is. I'm just saying, like, we're
No, but
talking
I
about,
mean,
like, the whole thing needs to be
that's the
connected.
point
What's
for
the
the
point of
show.
episode 3? What's the point of episode 5? What's the point? Like, it all has to be there, and it doesn't have to
I
be
agree.
blatantly obvious, but it has to be at least a little obvious by the time you get to the end, where it's like, oh yeah, all those previous 9 episodes are adding up to Voltron.
Are you a Doctor Who fan? Because
No.
that's a perfect reference. It's exactly Danny Pink. What the hell was that? And why should we care? Like,
What's Danny Pink?
he's a guy who shows up like out of time and context in a time travel show where it's predicated that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they were trying to prove some kind of point, and they realized that it was so fucked up that they just ignored it and abandoned it.
Yeah.
And so people like me and Sagasag are like, what? Like, interested in it because he shows up in the orange spacesuit that I'm presently building.
Oh, nice.
So it's a cool spacesuit called Satan's Pit, and it's like, has fucking Danny Pink, who has the body of a previous character, show up in this spacesuit at this time. None of that fucking makes any sense. And so, see, that works in Doctor Who, though. Me and Chris could go off and have a half an hour conversation right now, right? But that doesn't work in Star Trek because Star Trek isn't, oh, I guess it's just magic, right?
It's a sci-fi show.
I guess it was the Keebler Elves. That's not it. It's fucking science fiction.
Yeah.
So
there has to be a science solution, even if it does. Look, you can make up the science. I don't give a shit. No one knows what a fucking polaron neutrino beam
right,
is,
the
right? But
tachyon
fucking,
pulse.
you got to at least
Yeah,
do it, right?
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, DS9 as the model says X Demon, right? Season long arcs with each episode. Yeah, and like I know some people might think like, oh, you didn't like Discovery because Discovery had these big. No, I didn't like Discovery because it was shit.
Because it sucks.
Right. I didn't my problem with Discovery was not that it had a plot, right? It was just a shitty plot, right? So, but like with this one, they're trying to do this plot, but it's almost like it's so ham-fisted at the very end when you can tell, ironically, they were trying to do it. They just did it shittily.
Agreed.
So,
I
okay, let me
I
ask
love this
again.
John Price. Keep it coming, man. I'll
Let
tell you
me
what I think the problem with Discovery was. We smelled that it was going to suck a year
oh, yeah.
before it came out.
Yeah,
Like
before they did anything. Yeah.
two fucking schmoes that are just like, hey, I
Yeah.
like this show. Let's follow the press. Can figure out your show sucks because it comes out in the press that you don't fucking know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
it was not good.
insane.
Yeah.
Like no one had their hands on the wheel there. Like it was so easy to see that the two of us, like separated by, you know, everything. We can get, I was gonna say you couldn't get more different than us, but I'm like, I don't know. I could be a Rastafarian girl. But you know what I mean? We're from different nice. Cultural areas, and we still could be like, oh yeah, that's not gonna be good.
Well, all you have to know is know the property.
That's what I mean.
To use corporate terms, right? If you know the content, guess what? You can smell when the content sucks.
This is my favorite thing that's happened in a week, is listening to you fucking go off that last conversation.
Well, I mean, again, right? The question is, what is the point, right? You're going to have 10 essentially, well, excuse me, 9 essentially filler episodes, and you're going to try to tie it together in episode 10. Well, it's like that's not a good formula, right?
Well,
And
you
again,
could, but you have to
look,
build
I am
it.
all for this idea of season-long stories. That's perfect. I love Daredevil. I love Marvel. Like I love all these fucking shows, right? Season-long stories. I have no problem with filler episodes. You know, if you want to do a fucking hologram episode, it's Star Trek. Why wouldn't you do a holodeck episode, right? That's fine, but there has to be something moving forward. Right.
That's the thing.
Forward.
All those shows that you said you enjoy, it's because they ratchet the tension across their episodes, right?
Yeah.
Star Trek is just dropping breadcrumbs. Like, when you look back on it, it's like, oh yeah, that was all there, except you didn't go, this is kind of interesting. Wow, that's a similar thing. That's a coincidence. Oh fuck, now there's 3 of them. Holy shit, we're halfway through the thing, and I think that's a robot foot. You know what I mean? Like whatever, you have to like ratchet up the tension and not just go M&Ms. Fucking holy shit.
And I'm not even mad at them per se. Like I'm not even mad at them because they clearly wanted to get away from the Gorn. So they clearly were like, oh, it was like a Kazon situation. They're like, oh, we got to get away from these guys. Like the fans don't like it. This isn't working. Like we got to get away from this. So they came up with a solution to get away from the Gorn, right? And kind of, you know, make the whole Captain Battelle thing turn into something else. Like I'm not even opposed to that. I just wish it hadn't sucked.
Yeah, you sort of wonder like why they did that. That's the thing I can't get my head around is that when talking about ratcheting up the tension, you know, you had nobody like woke up one day and they went, oh, surprise, you have 8 episodes this season. That's the plan. You know that.
Right. Yeah.
You know that going to work. So you should go, okay, let's just what's our theme for this season? Let's talk about the immense loneliness of space and see where that takes us, right?
Yeah.
And then say, we want to do it with this kind of cool guy in the beginning to set it all up. On episode 4, we need to have, like, this is impacting more people than we thought, and then have the big blowout at the end, and then tap dance in the middle. What do you think, guys? And then everybody goes, oh, great, let's get lunch and think about it. Nobody does it. You don't get the sense that that's going on over there.
No.
It's just like, I saw the Gorn episode last night on Tubi. We should probably put the Gorn in. You know, I mean, that's like
Yeah.
they have metrones. That's pretty cool. Like it was a girl playing like this androgynous guy looking time the first time. So let's get like this dude playing an androgynous looking girl the
Let's
second
get
time
this twink
because
to do it.
that's our twist on it. It's just
Um,
so obvious and sad.
well, like, okay, for example, right,
That's me
the
being
enemy mine
polite.
episode, right? I really, really, really liked the enemy mine episode. What was it, Terrarium, whatever it was? I really like that episode.
Yeah,
Like, that's an episode I would watch just by itself.
you
That's
talked
a
me into
fan.
it.
That's a fantastic, like, TNG season 5 episode, right? Where it's like, hey, TNG season 5 episode comes on. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Whatever. It might be masks, but that's fine.
Right.
Um, and
Chances are on your side with a 26
right,
episode.
right.
Let's see.
I love Ortegas as a character. I love the whole thing. Completely out of place in this season.
Hmm.
Completely out of place. Like in the progression of the season, right? Because the Gorn were already gone by that point. Right? Like,
Yeah,
am
I
I
just,
misremembering things?
dude,
Like the Gorn had already
no,
went away.
I'm just
What the
enjoying.
fuck is a Gorn doing on that damn planet?
I'm on the price energy train, man. I'm so
Like, I
enjoying
just
this.
don't understand. So it's like, so in the middle of like, okay, we're done with the Gorn. Now we're on to exploring strange new
Hey,
worlds. Now we've got this new enemy we dealt with, and it's like, oh, by the way, here's a Gorn episode.
that's Justin shows up and says the same thing. Overused plot device.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree.
and I'm not even complaining about the fact that those aren't even Gorn anymore. Like, I'm well past that. Like,
Sagasag and I just spell it G''OHRN because
yeah, there you go.
that's just my little cube. This is like after the Hadron Collider accident that threw us into this timeline. It's just what fucking Star Trek is now, and we have the
Yeah,
bad luck for remembering
it's true.
what it used to be.
It's very true.
But the only reason I'm cool with that is because that's kind of the plot of a Star Trek episode from the old
Yeah,
days.
yeah,
Like
it is.
it's
Yeah.
Tholian Webb with philosophy. We got to get him back. Remember when Star Trek was fucking great? Anyway,
It's the two of we're Guinan
can
going
I
up to Picard being like, something is wrong.
can I
I
just
can't tell you
say
what it is, but something is wrong.
there's even me sitting there today watching it again with a giant open mind and giant just like I'm on your side, please entertain me. There's always something that just takes me out of it.
Yes.
And today it was like, why did they name the helmsman or the navigator Mitchell and not do anything with it? And they're just not doing anything with that. All you know is like, hey, some kind of Pacific Islander Asian chick that's named Mitchell because it's
You think it was supposed to originally be Gary Mitchell?
well,
Is
I
that what
mean,
you're
I
thinking?
kept waiting for somebody to call her Mary, right? Like,
Right.
come on, do something with that.
Yeah.
Like, and no,
Mary Mitchell.
so why? It's cool if you just want somebody to sit there and go, yes, plotted course, Captain. That's cool, but why call her Mitchell? And it's
So many
because
names.
they're like, oh, because we got to have a Tribble on the desk of Jason Isaacs because
Yeah.
Tribbles is a Star Trek thing.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
least favorite thing in Discovery they had, I've probably ranted about this before. They had two different characters. One was named Reese and one was named Bryce. And etymologically, those are the exact same name because they're both Welsh. Bryce means abrice, and Reese is, of course, just a pronunciation of rice, right? And I know that because my last name is Price, which is abrice, right? As you can see
Son of
right
Price.
here.
Yes.
Where is it? No, there we go. It's in there somewhere.
If that was in focus, everybody would be very impressed.
Very impressed. Anyway, I got this cool dragon thing off the internet. It's pretty awesome. Look at that. How fucking cool that is, man.
It's from
It's
the
gonna
land
be
of
a
the
gift
Welshmen.
for thanks to Larry Young, this is gonna be a gift for Papa Price and not me.
I just do that every once in a while for my friends. The guys at Boom Studios. I was hanging out in a comic store and Russ Ritchie had called the store owner and he said, "Hey man, we were thinking about calling our thing Boom Studios, but I just can't shake that it should have an exclamation point there." And I was like, give me the phone. And I berated him for minutes. I'm like, you are insane if you don't have an exclamation point there, because you don't want people going, oh, Boom Studios. What is that? Some kind of
Boom.
fart? Yeah, it's fucking Boom. Like, that's a fucking comic book company. And I talked him into it pretty fast. And so that's how I feel about your dad's coin.
I mean, you were right. You were. I was getting a little selfish. I'm like, this thing's awesome. I'm gonna keep it for myself, and I just needed to be smacked. I just needed to be smacked in the face. That's all.
It's just you need to see the correct path. That's all.
Right. That's right.
Nobody's turning into a werewolf when they go drinking with me. We stay on the path.
Stay on the correct path. If only we could go drinking with Star Trek.
Oh.
What else happened in the finale? I literally watched it once and I haven't seen it again.
Yeah,
I think I've watched Lower Decks a couple times since then.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that a little. I forget if it was on our little
don't remember
our digital chats here on the internet that like that's where all the comedy is coming from, that they've panicked because everybody loves Lower Decks and all they took away from that is like, it's funny. I guess they like funny Star Trek. Let's do funny Star Trek.
Which ironically makes it feel much more like the Orville.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's funny. I never really thought about that. My thing is it's different though, because the Orville was doing that intentionally, right? And these guys are just doing it reactionary.
Yes.
And that's like the worst thing. You want Star Trek to be trailblazing, man.
Right. They should be in charge. Right. They should be the one making the decisions.
It's the Walter Mosley thing. That must have happened after the Hadron Collider thing too, because
that was definitely after.
You don't fucking invite a tip-top writer like that in and then go, oh, I'm sorry, you're too real for us. Like, that's what you want out of your fucking Star Trek, man. Like, some
he said
honesty,
something that offended them. Give me a break, man. Give me a break.
Not even that. They were offended by his language and a story he was telling from his own lived experience.
From his own lived experience.
Like, I live in Woketown, and so I speak it. You can't get more unwoke than that.
Yeah.
Right? Get out of here, man who's telling his truth. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Get out of here, person of color telling their truth. Yeah, exactly.
It's insane. But that's these are other things.
That's life for you.
Anyway,
so what else happened in the episode? I remember they went to the planet.
Before we get too far away, I do want to say we were talking about Alan and terrarianism, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And you said you liked it. One thing at the end, you kind of talked me into it. I'm like, all right, I see its charms. And one of the things I thought about that later, because when I turned this one on, they had the whole like, previously on Star Trek.
Right.
I love watching those because I need it. Right? They're not memorable episodes.
They're not.
So, but I get to all the Gorn stuff, and I was like, you know what? I get that episode now. It's cool. I don't think that episode would have worked without Erica. Like, everybody's like, hey, that was a really cool suit on the Gorn. Got a lot of cool expressions and expressiveness out of, this giant thing of rubber. But I'm like, she kind of helped sell that. And I was like watching her performance because I already knew the plot. I didn't really have to watch what she was doing or anything. I kind of just concentrated on her performance. And she kills it, man.
She's great.
She did a good job. So
she's great in that episode. And that's what I mean. That's one of the episodes that I think actually like works as a standalone episode, because she does such a great job. And I even love the ending. Like, I love the fact that they beam down like, oh shit, enemy, and they start killing it. And she freaks out. It's a real, for all of the talk that they have about, oh, we want these characters to have consequences and things like that. That's a legit, like, oh shit, one of my best friends just killed this thing that I grew that completely changed my worldview. Like, what the fuck do I do now? Right? That's a real mindfuck right there. And I thought they did a great job with it.
Yeah, but I think they're going to forget it too.
Of course they are. It doesn't matter. So they're never going to talk about that episode again. Are you kidding?
Here's another thing from the past. I don't think I caught this at the time, but one of my friends was seeing if in Picard 3, season 3, the episode The Bounty, Worf and the drug dealer chick walk by something in the museum. It's Captain Kirk's body, right? And
Right. Yeah, I
so
remember.
he asked me, "Hey man, with your super TV and you know your Disney account, because you're amoral when it comes to media, can you fucking call that up and see if you can read it? If so, give me a screen grab." So I'm like, "Yeah, cool." It took me a minute to find it. So I watched about 5 minutes on each side of this scene, and they actually say, I forgot this, but they say in season 3 that they have one of the songs that old Data is playing and says, "Oh, you know, it was my intention to use that golem that I gave to Picard." So they actually said in season 3 that he's a robot, which I thought they ignored it all in season 2. I know that.
Oh,
but they
I
actually,
thought they ignored it.
I thought so too, but they say it in this episode near that scene that you can't read what it says, and somehow it's Kirk's body from
Okay.
fucking.
All right, fair enough.
What was it? Not
Section 31.
No, the little the expanse or the red thing, the unit, whatever. In Star Trek Nemesis, the thing that wipes them off Enterprise B into the thing.
Oh, the Nexus.
The Nexus.
Yeah, the Nexus. Yeah.
Once I thought the Nemesis, I'm like, I'll never think of what this is.
Close enough. Yeah.
The Nexus.
Close enough. I can't believe that still happened.
See, I'm a comics guy, so. Oh, you know what I found out? This is really cool. They left the bridge there, and the state park uses it to like span this little gully that's about 4 feet deep.
Oh, so that's cool.
You can go and get your picture taken, but if you frame it right, it's like, I'm dying like Captain Kirk, but you're like 4 feet off the ground.
I need to go do that.
I know. I saw that
this summer.
Like,
hey, this summer, I'm going.
There's a Facebook thing I'm on, film locations then and now, and so everybody immediately was like, "Hey, this picture of you next to this thing is ass without you dropping a pin in Google Maps, you jerk."
Yeah, so dude, what a jerk.
So you did.
Nice.
Anyway. Yeah, Star Trek. Remember when you used to like Star Trek? Even the dumb shit like that?
Dude, like, I have to, it's so weird because I started watching Andor again.
Oh yeah.
It feels like,
current events.
Yeah. And the science officer asked me, she asked me a very valid question. She was like, why is Star Wars like so much more successful than Star Trek? Like, how can they do all of these like spin-offs and Star Trek doesn't? And it's a really, really good question, and I kind of attribute it to Star Wars was like a toy merchandise first, so they never had any qualms about kind of expanding the universe. But they also have no problem just getting like tangential, like like, hey, this guy needs his own series, this guy needs a movie, this guy needs a toy line, this guy, right? Only a small percentage of it is actually about Luke Skywalker, or Darth Vader.
This I have to say actually, because actually this is discussed quite a bit in comic book stores. So she's come across a universal truth. And basically, of all the stuff I've heard over the years, the present consensus seems to be Star Wars is more accessible to the audience. You get what's going on. Good versus evil is an easy thing to digest.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Chewbacca looks just like my dog. Star Trek is all about in the brain, right?
Right.
Like, hey, Enoch is one of us, right? Like,
right.
Oh, even there's so many episodes where it's just like, the Apollo one always gets me. Even as a teenager, I was like, hey man, all the guy wants to do is just hang, right? And you're telling him you won't hang.
It's
man, that's a bummer.
He just wants to hang out with the pretty lady.
And they do that in front of a blue bed sheet and everybody wearing funny shoes. And that shit is deep. Yeah. And the thing is, that's never going to be wide, mainstream audience, because everybody wants to go bang, bang, bang. It's the size of Texas, Mr. President. Let's drink this beer, put our spacesuits on. You know what I mean?
But my students at
Woo-hoo!
Starfleet High School, right? They don't actually watch the movies.
Really?
They play the video games and they build the Legos and they do all that stuff, right? So, if Star Trek did any of those things, it would be much more accessible, right? They keep talking about how we want the next generation of Star Trek fans. There is no next generation of Star Trek fans. There
Right.
is none, right? Because the only people watching these fucking shitty shows are people like you and me who would have watched them anyway,
Right. Who hate
right?
them?
Right? I will watch anything that has a fucking Star Trek logo on it,
I'm
right?
not watching
Because
Starfleet
I'm an
Academy,
asshole.
man. I'm
Right?
not
I'll not
watching.
watch the Starfleet Academy. I'll probably watch it
They
because I'm an
can't.
asshole.
I'll watch the first one. I
Yeah, I
can't.
mean, I'll watch it. I'm an asshole, right? But nobody else is going to watch it, right? So, like,
Oh,
they keep talking like, "Oh, we want the next generation of Star Trek fans." There is no next generation Star Trek fans, right? So,
we hate them.
the best thing they've done, they made a cartoon, right? They made that little kids cartoon that I still haven't watched, but I'm going to.
Oh, Progeny.
And no, they made like a little kids cartoon,
Oh yeah, that's not out yet.
right?
I will totally watch that cartoon.
That's gonna be awesome.
That looks like Pee Wee Herman for the modern age.
It's exactly right. So it doesn't matter, right? Like, and then Legos, make Legos,
Yes, please.
and then
Yeah.
make a fucking video game or a Lego movie with Star Trek characters in it. It doesn't have to be fucking like you don't have to, jerk off the Trekkies every single time. You know,
Todd's right about
like,
this one. Back in the day, anyway. Like,
well, sure,
yeah. But that's why, right?
right, but
It's bang bang versus like they might be friends.
Star Trek has bang bang though. I mean, this is what I don't understand. Like, you could very easily transition into, it's not going to be the exact same thing, but why isn't there a Klingon show? Why isn't there a fucking Bajoran resistance show?
Yeah, somebody was banging around. I don't know if it was Hart Bennett, but I have that in my memory that he wanted to do a Klingon soap opera. Like just
That would be
straight up
awesome.
a soap opera in the afternoon for the ladies,
Yeah,
but it was just fucking Klingons.
that'd be
And I was
great.
like, you, sir, are a fucking genius.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know why, but like they just don't have that. I
I'm gonna do.
I got a feeling it's just because George owns Star Wars or did, and like everybody owned Star Trek. And
Well, that's the other problem, right? We've got our
I don't
licensing
think you
issue.
have a forward vision for the property, right?
No, there isn't.
Why
There
would they?
clearly is not.
1966. It's just fucking TV, man.
Yeah, there clearly is not anyone in charge. And who's the guy who was in charge during Enterprise and like very famously wanted to like just kill the whole thing? The fuck was his name?
Brandon Tartico?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't
Somebody.
know.
Anyway,
I don't know.
somebody. The point is fucking executives are assholes.
I just thought Tom Mason. I need a name that Tom Mason would go, oh yeah, that was a guy back then. I keep my man. Somebody told me like, you just fucking know it all. I'm like, no, it's not that. I get why you think that, but one, I just read a lot and don't forget shit. So
There you go.
I have weird trivia on tap.
Yeah.
And then second, I just want to have a conversation, man. You just said some weird shit that like, yeah, I read about that. Here's some more shit. And then you're supposed to go, hey, that's awesome. Instead of like, oh, who's Larry think he is? I'm like, it's not like that. I'm throwing it.
Well,
Anyway.
Who is X Demon again?
Todd Gross, the guy told me the
Todd, that's
story
right.
at the top about
Todd says they did try Section 31, but but it was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, again, and okay, so fine, fair enough, right? They are trying to do these other things, right? Fair enough. But they're starting at the wrong point, right?
Dude, Picard season 1 had like robots as a slave race. Like,
well, yeah, that was awful.
Every time
we're not going to talk about that.
No, but I mean, every time they choose something to do something
Right.
new, it doesn't make a fucking lick of sense.
Right.
So everybody's
because they're
going,
starting from the wrong. They're
instead of
starting
going, I
from
don't
the
know.
wrong point, right?
Agreed.
All the Star Trek, or excuse me, all the Star Wars stuff starts from the original trilogy and works its way out, right? Rogue One was not some original fucking story. It was the prequel to so everything has to start from there, right? And with Star Trek, They don't do that. They don't start at TOS or TNG and work their way out, right? They try to do all this other weird shit that doesn't work. And then they're like, oh, maybe we should have Spock in it. Like, no, fuck you, man. Fuck you.
They don't have a plan. That's the thing about
There's no plan.
Star
There's no
Wars
plan.
grew organically, right?
Yes.
Because the first movie hits and it's like, well, fuck. Like, let's take advantage of this. And it went two ways, right? Like George was writing, he started Empire Strikes Back and then had Lawrence Kasdan and Lee Brackett like fix it and make it brilliant. But he also wrote the treatment for Splinter of the Mind's Eye, which is just like smaller, tighter story with less, theatrical stuff. It would have been 10% of the original budget to make as a follow-up, right?
Right.
So he was thinking both ways. Like, here's the Hollywood money and here's the Roger Corman money. But either way, let's keep this going. And in Star Trek, they just hire guys who don't understand the history of that. They're the stewards of a property. They're not like Metalis, man, and Dave Blass, and they're all like, you have to say our names at the same time as you say Gene Roddenberry and fucking Bob Jeffries and Herb K. Solo. It's like, dude, you have to earn that. And so that's what I think Star Trek doesn't have. They haven't earned its badge. It's fucking Arrowhead insignia.
I'm also going to blame the fans a little. Sure. I am.
Fans
I'm going to blame Star Trek fans a little because Star Wars fans, right? After the original movies, they started the expanded universe, right? Now, Lucas gave away licenses like fucking candy, right? So the expanded universe, right? And they went fucking bonkers. Like, they're creating new characters left and right, new stuff, new enemies, new villains, new worlds, blah, 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 right? What is the Star Trek version of the EU? Well, it's a bunch of fucking stories about Kirk and Spock. Right? So if you're a producer that comes in and you're like, well, the fans clearly all they want to talk about is Kirk and Spock. Right? And all they want is the Enterprise. That's all they want. Right? So what
all
do you
they
do
want
with
is
that,
the
right?
Enterprise.
So the producers feel like they're fucking constrained by all this stuff, when in reality, what they need to do is say, fuck the fans, create new things.
Yeah. Any story you want to tell.
Any story that is not terrible, right? Because you can say, oh, well, Discovery was a new story. Yeah, but Discovery sucks. Yeah. How do I say this?
Discovery wasn't clear. It had the biggest mistake of all time, that there was no clarity. You didn't know who to root for.
That's true.
Those first 3 episodes.
That's very true.
You didn't know what they wanted, even though it's probably the African American girl who's the lead, but you kind of can't tell because that's Michelle. What's her name? Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yeoh, right? Is she the lead? And then what do they want? And like, where's it going? And then just when you think it's going somewhere, it's episode 3 and all that shit's you didn't really need that at all.
Yeah.
Like, what the actual fuck, man? That's like the worst thing you could do. And I to this day, I don't get how professional people let that go. Like, I don't know what they were doing other than they probably just had the original way they were going with, Nicholas Meyer and Brian Fuller. And so they had filmed stuff. And then they're like, oh my God, we can't do any of that because they're gone now. Or whatever, it's just so abrupt.
Yeah, Brian Fuller left for American Gods.
It's just so
and
abrupt.
They were like, oh shit, what do we do now? No one's in charge, right? Yeah. So to that end, right?
This is it right here. Just same universe, moving past, a little into the future, all new cast. If I can call it Star Trek, this is the Enterprise. No bloody A, B, C, D, because you're going to get into like, Enterprise Epsilon at some point, and that's just stupid. Just go. This is the fucking Enterprise. You know how this is the Enterprise that is this ship, and this is Captain, Addison Sinclair or fucking whatever, and just fucking do a Star Trek.
Yep, just do a Star Trek.
Just I don't understand.
I mean, it seems so simple. Just do a Star Trek, right? Say what you want about Voyager. Voyager, they just did a Star Trek. Okay.
I kind of hated Voyager at the time,
Everybody hated Voyager at the time.
I look back on it with a lot of fondness now. And
Everybody hated Voyager at the time.
I just wanted more out of Voyager. I wanted more. I wanted shit to mean something. I wanted a whole season of like, we can't control the ship because
Well, right.
the Maquis have engineering.
Yeah.
Right. And I wanted consequence for everything.
Everybody hated Voyager at the time. How does this thing not work? Okay. Well, I got this challenge coin from my girl Kate.
Oh yeah?
I can't get this thing to zoom. There we go. So when I met Captain Janeway at the academy, she gave me that one.
She
So I
just
was
shook
like,
your
dude,
hand, didn't say
yeah.
anything. Just
She's like, hello.
Thanks for your hard work, Captain Price.
She got that real nasally voice. Just be like, oh yeah, baby.
I tell you, Walker and I saw her going into some restaurant at San Diego.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Nice.
she's just like walking along by herself. She's kind of dressed to the
Nice.
nines, got some high heels on. I go, hey,
Ooh.
that's Captain Janeway. He goes, who?
Oh boy.
And I go, Orange is the New Black. And he goes, oh yeah. And I was like, if you were Price, you'd be going crazy right now. You'd be running after her. And he's like, oh,
please,
yeah.
please. Yeah. So anyway, I think they just need to stop making Star Treks.
I don't like this. Get Seth MacFarlane to take over Star Trek. Here's what I urge you to get on the program, Todd. You want me and John Price taking over Star Trek.
Mm.
And we want Rick Austin on administrative stuff and directing the pilot. And we'll take you there.
Alan McElroy, executive producer.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? It's like the Avengers of Star Trek. We would crush it.
And we're bringing back this thing. I love this thing.
What is that? Oh yeah.
I love
this.
Is the best. This is by far the best insignia.
You want to just do Enterprise B? Shaneman would love that.
Dude, I would love to do Enterprise B.
Shaneman would
Are you kidding me? This is a official 1992 Paramount Pictures pin. This one.
What do you call that? Star Trek Garrett.
Star Trek coming on Tuesday.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Rachel Garrett. That's good. You get the Monster Maroons.
This is a 1988 pin.
Are you just nabbing this? This isn't stuff from your.
This is stuff I've been meaning to bring on the show, and I just haven't. So I'm just
cool.
yeah, let's do this. Let's do that. I
Show
got
and tell with Dr. John Price.
I got this patch, which is cool.
Is that the vinyl?
I got this patch, which is cool. No, they're all just sew-on patches.
Embroidery.
Yeah, this patch, which is cool.
I like that one.
I got this patch, which is cool. This is one of those Velcro ones that you do. Yeah. It's like it's UFP, but it's like a multicam or something. And then of course I've got this thing. Nice little golden Quatlu.
Oh, nice.
Golden Quatlu.
You and me and Tiff are the only ones who have those as of right now.
Hell yeah.
Somebody needs to do something cool because that's going to be an honor I bestow sparingly.
And this isn't Star Trek, but this is like one of the coolest things I've gotten in a while. Where it is, I can't get it open. Why can't I get it open?
It's your Larry Young action figure, isn't it?
Ooh, Larry Young action figure. How about a Captain Price action figure?
Dude, they did that from Toy Story, whatever that was called.
This is a challenge coin. It's a concept challenge. George Washington, Continental Army. So it's, anytime I want to dream like I'm in the Continental Army, I'm like, yeah, man, I served with the general.
That's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah, he gave me that
Washington's challenge coin.
Yeah, I got a statue on my desk at Starfleet High School of him crossing the Delaware. It's pretty awesome.
Nice.
No big deal. And then of course I've got my shit. What's that?
Everything cool at the high school?
Yeah, man, things are good. It's it's the kids today. I got to tell you, the kids today. If anybody out there has kids,
cigarettes,
please read to your children and teach your children to read. Please.
Mimi always was concerned about, and she called it this, Walker's idiosyncratic relationship with punctuation.
I mean, hey,
I'm
that's
like,
better than
hey
some other
man,
thing,
if that's where we're at, we're doing good.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girls are 14 months old, and every morning they go to the library and they pick out their books. And
Oh,
of course,
nice.
it's always upside down, but they're like,
Yeah, no,
"Ooh,
it's
read,"
their
but
books.
they're
Yeah,
reading the books. I'm like, hey, you know what? They can read better than some of my students. So that's good. That's good.
just get them going on
Um,
the Oxford comma. Now
yeah.
that they're 14 months.
Um, I think
The list is for clarity.
why did they have to make her a statue, man? Why? Why did they have to make her a statue?
You know,
Why couldn't they make her like a god or something, you
here's my
know?
most devastating critique of that. I, I don't care.
Oh,
I
yeah, I don't care.
I didn't care when they
Yeah,
did it to uh, Captain Cisco, and I love that guy.
yeah,
But the
yeah,
second you start going, it's magic in
yeah,
Star Trek, I
yeah,
don't care. I don't
yeah,
want it. I check
yeah.
right out. No. Next, you're
It's
gonna put
sad.
in fucking wizards and unicorns and Girl Scouts and fucking
Yeah.
Laffy Taffy, and then where are we?
But, like, they set
Right.
up this cool scenario, like, it's a cool scenario that there's, like, this prison with all of these, like, old evils, right? That's a cool scenario,
I loved it.
right? And like a cool scenario that I would love to see a Star Trek solution to that, because a TNG solution to that would be like make them all nice, you know. But like a Strange New World solution, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what they would do with that, right? But it turns out they would just make her a statue.
Yeah. I mean, that's their philosophy, right? It's let's just not rock the boat.
Yeah,
Like we could do literally anything. Let's just put it back to
yeah,
the status quo.
yeah,
Like this all happened because they broke a statue. Oh,
yeah.
look, it's our destiny to put the statue back
Right.
together. Yawn. Like,
Oh, and the statue is because we had those flowers from the zombie planet.
and everybody says they hate, but what of Lazarus? What is that one? The Lazarus syndrome.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you know what? When I was a kid, yeah, that's an idiot show, and yes, it doesn't make any sense, and they
It
jumped
doesn't
it
make
over.
any sense.
But that end, man, where the two sides of the same guy are just fighting forever,
Yeah,
that echoes in your soul when you're 10,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It's
And
true. It's
and
true.
there's nothing in modern Star Trek that is echoing in anybody's soul. And it's not,
No.
you can't say it's because you're 10. It's because we're talking about people's hearts and souls, man.
Yeah,
And this
yeah,
one, it just doesn't pass
yeah.
the sniff test, the flip test.
So what they need to do, they need to get over this prequel fetish, right?
Agreed.
Stop with the prequels. Stop with the prequels, right? And what they do, they need to so in football it's called self-scouting, right? It's when your defense breaks apart your offense and your offense breaks down your defense, right? Self-scouting, right? What they need to do is they need to figure out why was Star Trek so popular in the 90s. And it's obviously they had good stories, they had good actors, right? But also they created their own little cinematic universe,
Yeah, yeah.
right? You had three shows taking place in the exact same universe from three completely different angles, right? So if you're gonna do this and you want to expand, that's how you do it, right? You don't have like, oh, and to I know what you can say. To be fair, that's what they've tried to do in a couple of these things. They've tried to do that, but it's so disjointed and it's so all over the place and so bad that it doesn't fucking matter, right? So what you do is you go, if you want to even look, you can even start with that legacy bullshit, right? You even start with,
Please don't.
Enterprise 15 or whatever the fuck they're calling it, right? And with Captain 7 of 9, right? You have that for all the weirdos who
Oh,
want that show, right? But
yawn.
then you break off and you do other things. You do, okay, we're now in the 2400s. We've got this giant problem over here, this giant problem over here. The Romulus doesn't exist anymore, right? So okay, let's have a show over here that happens at the exact same time. And let's have a show over here that happens at the exact same time. Oh, and also, by the way, let's make Legos for all of them so that kids at home can make their own adventures.
Yes, I mean, agreed. You're like, I know what you're gonna say, and I just got a little chuckle out of that because it's like, yeah, because all I'm gonna say is like, fucking hey, Bubba.
Should I do so? So should I do? I have not written a Star Trek post in a very very long time. Should I do like top 5 Star Trek shows I would love to see?
Yes,
And I'm
yes,
gonna
yes,
hold
please.
the 1 or 2 that I actually want to see because maybe one day I'll get producer credit for those. I don't want someone stealing that idea.
I'm telling you, I did what I could, and I have raised someone going writing for film and television with
I mean, I
a
got a few years, you
it's
know.
got a concentration on fucking saving Star Trek.
Look, I just want look, when Walker takes over Hollywood, all I just want to be in the room, man. I just want to be in the room. You don't even have to pay me. I just want to be in the room, man. I
Just
just want to say, hey,
hear it happen.
hey, I'm a walking memory alpha encyclopedia over here. Just let me in the room, please.
You know, it's just gonna be we're gonna be like Kodos and Kang.
Yeah.
It's just we're just gonna be like little heads. Like, there's Daddy and Dr. John. Yes,
Yes.
yes, we know how to spell Takei. Thank you.
I'm
And then
just
we're
saying.
scooting around.
Yeah.
Fuck, put the exeter in it, kid. Thank you, thank you. Anyway.
Did you know each ship had its own badge?
Yeah. Well, on that note,
Yeah.
I could embarrass him.
So I'll do that.
I won't though. He's crushing school. I was gonna go. I found a picture of him holding his Horgon, but you know he's
That's
14, so
awesome.
who cares? But I saw there's another pic. I might just I forget how to do this. Here, this is he's making movies like a crazy man, right?
Nice.
These little 7 to 10 minute things, and he did one called Lost in the Spider's Web, and this I just love it because it's all about story, right? They
Right.
they can't they don't have Tom Holland, so this is Spider-Man, right?
Nice.
And they can't have guns on campus, right? So I have a
That's
picture
hilarious.
of a gun on a phone. This is killer, man. They
That's
did
awesome.
they did just such a great job. So I went from, oh yeah, let's put up this dumb picture from when he was 14 to like, you know what? Let's show what director written and directed by Walker Young is doing,
That's
and
awesome.
that's his buddy Elias, and I think Jack was involved too, his roommate Jack. So good job, lads. It's hilarious.
Nice.
Um,
I like it.
you know what? I'll put the link in the comments
There you
later
go.
because it's on Walker's Front Yard Films thing from when we did. Remember that Spider-Man angry girlfriend thing we did that was so
Mhm.
controversial? It's on that. Anyway, so
I just want to play with Star Trek Legos. That's my whole
I think we're gonna get
thesis.
it, man. I'm
That's
like,
my thesis for tonight.
I want to last so long that because Lego's really good about servicing the audience, and they have
Yeah.
this thing called Lego Legacy, I think it's called or whatever. But that's where like everybody goes, oh, we need to have the Back to the Future thing, and they're like, well,
Yeah.
get 100,000 people to tell us that, and we'll
Yeah.
go explore the license, and then it
Yeah.
happens, right? So I want this for you. That not only is their Star Trek Lego line so successful, but they have a subline that's just ships. And in that is just
Totally.
parts. Like you can just be like, here's a $30 kit, but it's just two nacelles,
Yeah.
right? Or whatever. And it's like, and it fits with everything, everybody. And like maybe you
I
run
love
it.
it.
You just run that. Or you
I
tell
love
them,
it.
look, we need the whole ring thing from the Reliant, but we
Yeah.
also need to be able to remove that because that's a separate class ship.
Right.
That's like the Saratoga or something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Anyway,
And the Bozeman actually has extra stuff on the back.
yeah, there you go.
As we all know.
You got like guns
Right.
and stuff. Yeah.
Oh man,
All
I
right.
can't
Well, on
wait.
that note, we should
It'll be
probably call it,
awesome.
man. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to see you
Yeah.
like fired up,
Yeah.
especially because the girls are sleeping. So,
Apparently all three are sleeping, so that's good.
that's awesome. You're like, hey, yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
fuck the police. If the
Let's write
police
some Medium.
are Section 31.
Dude, fuck
Yes.
Section
Anyway, you
31.
started to
Fuck
say that.
Section 31.
You know me. I'm spending a lot of time on your Medium thing, making this book that will appear someday. And I even had another idea that was really funny that Mark Finn is doing. I should post this on my thing, but not Mark Finn. John Sags, not John Sontais, is doing. He takes the transcripts from his interviews and just makes a PDF and then sends that out to people.
No,
And I think that's a really good idea.
that is a
So
good idea. He does really good interviews.
we're way too disjointed for that, but we have. It's not a bad idea to get the things and pull out the little gemstones that we throw every once in a while. But yeah, he is seamless. I mean,
Yeah, he's so good.
you know, he's in the Chicago Radio Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah,
You know, it's like
it's-
we're not in the same class.
yeah.
But
He has such an encyclopedic knowledge. Like
lots of
literally.
things.
Like I've listened to him, like I mostly listen to just his Star Trek stuff, but like even on those, he'll go off on tangents about stuff that I'm like, how the hell do you know this?
Yeah, he's
It's
very
crazy.
well versed on 50s TV, boxing, which I think is amazing.
That's
like,
hilarious.
He's encyclopedic on boxing like some kids are in baseball, right? And so one other thing I remember going, oh, that you're gonna be my friend that does that thing. You know, it was very idiosyncratic, so much I can't think. We'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
Next time you can't do something, I'll just go, John Suntrays, would you play John Price? And
that would be fun.
I'll just interview you about what you think of Star Trek and apple pie and stuff like that. Anyway.
All right, guys.
So yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, Chris. Cool seeing Todd.
That's all we got.
Was Tony here? I don't know. Maybe in the beginning.
Maybe.
Justin was, definitely. Thanks, Justin. I feel like, yeah, Tony was here. Had the production meeting thing about Pike's girlfriend. Anyway, that was cool. And story, ghost, whatever. Are we done? Is that it?
Watch Andor.
You want to throw a Vulcan hand sign? Peace out.
Oh yeah, I got to do that.
Go Star Trek.
The irony is, I don't even like Vulcans. I think they're stupid.